I've been listening to the Kai Cenat situation for the last couple of days, and the most hilarious thing is to see how YouTubers try to express themselves by using euphemisms. My favorite one is certain elements of the American urban area. Like that was the best that I heard. Under just say minority groups in order to talk about this. It's really interesting, hilarious. But all right, so who is Mr. Cenat? Well, Mr. Cenat is an educated person. He has gone to university, which, in my opinion, says a lot about the university rather than him. We're going to go to that in a bit. But he is also very popular, especially on Twitch. His streams, from what I know, aren't political. Like he doesn't talk about voting for Democrats or anything like that. No, he's an entertainer. And he became famous when he streamed 30 days straight. Like, he had a subathon where for almost 24 hours every day he was streaming. I haven't seen it, but that's a monumental feat. I think, like, he even managed to get into the Guinness Book of Records. I don't know, like, how he showered, or I assume, like, he took breaks in order to eat. He was playing video games. Again, like, this is what made him famous, and it's very difficult to accomplish. Now, the reason that we talk about him isn't because of he's a famous Twitch streamer. It's because he's being accused of starting a riot. So he posted a very interesting picture. As you can see, like, this probably isn't going to help him in court with, like, police line do not cross. You know, like very revolutionary in nature. And he told people that he is going to give them free PlayStation 5s. Among with other goodies, I think, if they show up to his event. Now, the reason that I think that his university failed him is because you would think that if you are that level of educated, like you went through school, you went through high school, you went through university, at one point, some professor should have had in the curriculum to explain how the world works. Like, if you want to organize a big event, you should tell the cops, you should tell the authorities, you should get a permit, right? But unfortunately, at no point of this, like, bloated education system that exists everywhere in the world right now, not just in the United States, no professor is ever going to teach you the importance of how to behave in a society. They will teach you about the importance of the LGBTs. They may even teach you about how America is a racist, systemic country. Like, that is within the curriculum. But to teach you about, like, hey, you know, like, this is how you start a job. This is how you do your taxes. No, that doesn't happen, right? So a lot of people are basically saying that, well, he didn't know. He didn't know that he's going to attract so many people, and he didn't know that it's going to lead to a riot. Apparently, when he started the event, the police was aware and escalated to a level 2. Like, level 2 is like, oh, shit's about to go down. After the police even got there, they noticed, okay, well, this is a level 4 event. That's when you want to have, like, the feds within the crowd type of scenario. Like, level 4 is already, oh, shit. So, yeah, this is literally what happened. Like, he went there, started giving free stuff. The crowd became bigger and bigger and bigger. And then they started rioting. Like, they started looting stores. There are images with violent acts taking place, which I can't show on YouTube. They vandalized the hot dog stand. It's a very popular image on Twitter right now, where they're like literally going on top and throwing hot dogs everywhere. They destroyed cars and destroyed property. So, you know, like, the people are basically saying that, well, Kai didn't know this. And there is a thing in Romanian law which is measuring intent. Like certain crimes are punished more severely based on intent. So, like, if you want to kill someone, that's murder. If you kill someone by accident, that's manslaughter. You know, like this type of thing. Like a guilty mind, I think. Like a criminal mind is what the equivalent in the common law is. I genuinely believe that he probably didn't want to incite a riot. Like, I'm almost certain that he didn't want to. But not knowing the law is no excuse. And just because he didn't want to doesn't mean, like, there aren't people that got hurt and people that had their property destroyed. So, yes, like, they are going to press charges against him. The question that many people are having, and this is where, you know, the euphemisms come in, is why exactly should we expect that if you have, like, a large gathering of people, you are going to have a riot? Because you have concerts, You have various other gatherings where people are peaceful. Just because like you have a big number of people doesn't mean that they're going to destroy stores. And I think like there's two problems. One of them is cultural. I mean, the mayor of the city came out, and instead of condemning the acts and like no the full might of the law, he was condemning how people were talking about the event, right? Like the language that was being used was problematic. Okay, well when you, as a society, as a representative of your city, as a person that's responsible of maintaining law and order, when you treat people this way, people are going to behave as worse as they're allowed. Like this is an unfortunate fact of human nature. Any human being is going to be like this. When you talk about masses of people are going to behave as selfish, greedy, and sometimes even illegal as they are allowed, as society allows them. This is the broken window theory. It's a theory that I studied at university. It explains why certain neighborhoods have broken windows and others not. It's not because like one neighborhood has like broken windows and that where the broken window connoisseurs live, and you have like another neighborhood that's pristine, and it's because like no one who likes to break windows live there. No, the reality is that breaking windows is fun, and when people notice that windows are broken, they think that no one cares about that property, so it's likely that they are going to break more windows. But if you have like firm policing, and the moment someone broke a window, that person gets arrested, then it sends a message to everyone else. It's like, hey, we live in a society. This is not the message that's being said here. The message that's being said here is that, and especially I've seen other Twitch streamers, that what the youth did is perfectly acceptable, and in fact, like calling them out is worse than the crimes that they have committed. This has nothing to do, by the way, with social justice. This does not have anything to do with like oppression or no. It's just like this is the culture that is created by the elites. Like they want people to live with this type of mindset. This would not happen in other nations. Like for example, we do have football riots in Europe where you have large gatherings of people and they start rioting. Do you know what happens? The police cracks down on those riots immediately. People get arrested. They are forbidden from taking part in other football activities. Some hooligans are even forbidden from going to another country during a sports events. Like the crackdown is very severe. And when that happens, you don't get any more riots for quite a while. Like it's not hard. It's not rocket science. If you're tough on crime, you get less crime. It's simple. It's not philosophy. Like you don't have to debate anything else. Okay? If you're soft on crime, you get more crime. Why is this even something that needs to be mentioned? But it is what it is, right? So when you send the message that this is not as serious as it sounds and the problem is the people that talk about it, you're emboldening the criminal. You're going to get more, right? So number one, it's cultural. Number two, it's the punishment. Like if the punishment doesn't, and the punishment doesn't just mean like you're arresting people. No, the punishment also includes sending a message. Like you need to send a message to the public so the rest of the public is aware that if they do something similar, they will also be arrested. That is the correct way of doing things, right? And it's also cultural, as in you need to be against this type of behavior. It's like, no, private property is important. Like, people's lives are tied to their private property. Like someone actually has to bring food on the table to his family. And when you destroy his property, he can't do that anymore. So, when you have that mindset, you're going to get less crime. This is not the mindset we're getting, though. And of course, it's also cultural. Like for example, in my country, and I've been talking with Archer on the Archcast, and he said the same in Norway, it's even unthinkable of breaking a store. Like, even when people are protesting, like, we had massive protests against government corruption in Romania. There were, like, hundreds of thousands of people on the street. And yet, no stores were broken into, no vandalism took place, or if it did, it was so minor that even the media didn't know about it. This is what happens when you have a culture where, like, people find it unthinkable to break into someone else's property. But in America, when you have books released by academic professors in defense of looting, and when you have the politicians and the media saying, no, it's actually fine, well, you're going to get more of that. What can you say? Let me know what you guys think, and as usual, I will see you in the comment section. Take care.